Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers, Diamond Avatars. I hope you can feel the massive shift that's unfolding and completing. I mean, we've been talking about it for a little while, but it's completing. I know this is actually funny, as in like, usually I record at night, as you know, and there's still like some daylight here. And it looks actually like there's a filter on this, and there's not. It's weird because it doesn't really look like me, which I often find. Anyway, I don't use filters and stuff. So anyway, let's get to the topic. So I wanted to do a quick update for just a few things to share and bring in the Love-Bliss wave, the tsunami, the supernova of the One Heart Mind event, which is fully here now. Okay, I hope you can feel this. I'm really here mainly to transmit the frequencies and the energies and keys and codes to literally infect you with this Love-Bliss wave. And also to clarify a couple of things from the last video. So I know that was very strong. The fun part was, so I watched my cosmic energy updates back, and I think I watched it back twice last night. I had like 4 hours sleep. Woke up like 7:20, which I never do. Like literally, I could get back to sleep. So anyway, I even had breakfast, which I don't usually do. So anyway, shifts are here. So basically, what was I about to say? Totally forgot now. So the Love-Bliss wave is here, the tsunami. Okay, everything is about to shift forever. Oh yeah. So mainly, I know my last video was quite strong. I would really recommend you to watch it if you want to clear anything remaining from your false self, because that was me 111% speaking my true self in that moment. I have many different aspects to myself, as you do too, okay? And anyone who gets triggered or feels uncomfortable or feels like they need to criticize me for me fully and truly expressing my true self are not in their own true self, quite frankly. That's just what it really boils down to. And that kind of was the point of my last video. Because again, I transmute and alchemize energies for the collective that people don't own up to, quite frankly. Okay. All the anger, all the frustration, blame, shame, guilt, anything, everything. Okay. I really, as you're watching this, I transmute this within your field. Even if it triggers you, it's really helping you. Some people get this that are enough within the oneness field that remember their true nature. But if you're still too much in your false self, yeah, your false self will be triggered and you will feel like you need to criticize me or tell me that I'm wrong, or I don't know. Like I really realized today that most people are literally just in love with me. It's like a love bombing thing. And that's what you need to see everything, because I know like what I've been sharing has been very much about lately. It's like going back to the start. How has this all started really, truly? And how did we get to this place? Okay, of being our false self, which is basically we do things to be liked, to be admired, to get the approval of other people. You know, it's like a child that wants other people to tell it, yeah, you did a great job. And it's like, even when I say, you know, things like yesterday and like in the last video of like, you know, a lot of people out there, like, you know, who do what I do, kind of trying to do, they will feed you a lot of either love and light or the opposite of like, you know, kind of the bad ones are over there. In most cases, it's all based on victim-victimizer consciousness, us versus them, at a very deep level, even if it's love-bliss, love light, kind of false positivity, false love. Okay. I'm gonna jump all over the place because the energies are really, really, really freaking high. What I transmit is what is needed in the field. Irrelevant of what my ego might need, aka admirers, people liking me, because I know I lose followers, so to say, as I speak my truth, and that's totally okay. as well as you totally and fully speak your truth 111%, the right people will be magnetized to you, plus you're doing what you're supposed to do, which is you being your true self. And I tell you, like, I watched the video last night a couple of times, and afterwards, sorry, I don't know what that sound is. What was I saying? Now I really forgot. Anyway, me expressing my truth, okay, it's all about alchemizing the field. I say things not to be liked. I say things that are needed in the field. I speak the truth. The truth is what dissolves all the illusions. It what breaks through the veil. Okay, it ultimately liberates you, even if your ego doesn't fucking like it. That's the whole fucking point. And if you don't like my fucks, I'm sorry, but I keep me sane here. Literally, in this insane asylum where everybody's like in a freaking psychosis, okay, and conspiracy mindset that is the opposite of what your true nature is. So I know most people don't understand what I'm alchemically doing here, but this is exactly what's needed. And I can feel like after I watched the videos, I was just like, fuck Ramona, you're fucking amazing. And I do have those moments, and I do like them. Because, and I've shared this before, confidence, as it is with many of us, has been my main issue. Okay. If we've been raised in environments that constantly tell us that the way we are is too much, and it's like, be quiet, or when you're crying and screaming for help and support, nobody fucking hears you. Like, I'm going back to mainly kind of fervorizing babies back in the 70s and 80s. But this is really fucked up a whole generation of kids, okay, myself included. I can feel this so much. Often it's this whole, and again, this goes through many lifetimes of speaking your truth, speaking your needs, and you're being quietened down, or nobody listens to you, okay? It's huge. The same as when we speak our truth, we are being attacked or criticized, or, I don't know, ostracized, rejected, abandoned, all of that stuff. So as I fully broke through any last remaining whatever, because again, what I channel are energies in the field, they are from the Godhead. And I know you think, oh, anything channeled from, and channeled is a very loosely used word in the sense, just connecting to your own God self, okay? It's like you're supposed to be just love and light and everything is hunky-dory. Whilst obviously not everything is hunky-dory just yet, there is still some shit we need to break through. And what I speak about is doing that, okay? So, and I am guided to bring up an email I received today about someone asking me, and I'm going to quote, wouldn't a calmer, softer approach with less passionate swearing be more impactful in achieving what it is that you are trying to achieve? Actually, no, quite frankly, it really isn't. This achieved exactly what it needed to. I'm in freaking Love-Bliss right now. I love myself even more than I did before in a really natural way. It's without like being some super inflated ego thinking I'm better than anyone. As well as I know that I'm totally perfect as I am and as I'm expressing myself, continuously evolving, expanding, and exploring and discovering and expanding into more aspects of my true self. Because all of this is about you getting rid of your untrue self. And once in your true self, nothing will really trigger you. So I knew that as I received this email, I was literally laughing out loud. I was outside and I just like, I had to laugh out, like literally loud. And I just know like we're here now. Because when all of this bullshit, just kind of like, because I get, especially lately, there have been like messages that seem all like well-meaning and whatsoever, but people don't even get where they're coming from themselves, okay, which is their own false self. So ultimately, none of this is about me. Or again, I'm speaking from the I as the great I am. Whenever we use the word I, it's the God self, ultimately, okay? I speak on behalf of all as in from the God self. I'm not saying that I'm speaking for you as such, but I know that I speak from truth, okay? That's what I'm here to bring. So another reason why I wanted to do a quick update was to clarify what I said yesterday on my group containers, it's really one, and the group call coming up on the 909, which is Saturday, not Sunday, as I said twice in yesterday's video. So it's an ascended master class. So for those creators ready to fully rise together as one and really take full charge of the dream field, which is already done because it is so quantum. Because as soon as these fields are activated and my group container is part of this, this is done, okay? And basically, so it's happening on Saturday at 9:09 p.m. UK time. You can always watch the replay, but it will be most powerful if we can all tune in live. And basically, a lot of what this will be about is us fully taking full ownership and remembering how to co-create and collapse realities, which is what we're here for. We're taking over the dream field, we're taking over the realities and from the invaders. I mean, again, it's already done, but it's each one of us has to take full charge of their reality. And I know I'm right now living my dream. I'm fully tuned in with the frequency of living the highest, best, because yes, it's one thing to be okay with the bare minimum, as I said yesterday, but another thing is understanding that whether you manifest 5 euros or 50 million, it's literally the same. It's your perception of it. That's the difference, okay? So this is now full abundance, infinite possibilities, freedom, liberation, as you fully liberate your true, authentic self, which literally all of my transmissions help you with. So, to explain, Sunday, join me if you like to for an Ascended Masterclass where we're going to do a beautiful light language activation. If we make it that far, right now, I truly question that. And really walk all the way, the stairway back to heaven and bring it all the way into the physical. There's a huge merging of our eternal spirit body with the physical, which is what the masculine and feminine are bringing online. I will also share and cover in that call more about how the twin flames do this, especially with sexual energy, sacred sexuality, because I didn't cover that in the royal weddings, although it was a 7-hour-long call and like 3 activations included in this. You can still access this below. But basically it's, I mean, it's all part of this. It just didn't kind of fit in, or like there was just so much coming online in the now moment that I didn't get to cover that fully. I know I touched on it, I believe, but I want to go into more detail on that, of what I see, again, my perspective, okay? So it's all about the cosmic monad, fully reclaiming the dream field, the 144, the 144,000, however you want to see this. And it's ultimately all about self-love, self-empowerment, and confidence of us being, knowing, first of all, owning your gifts, abilities, their worth and their value, and then bringing this fully into the physical now. Your spiritual inheritance, abundance, equity, fully materializing, bringing this into the physical as you bring in your eternal cosmic spirit body into your physical vessel and fully multidimensional merge all of you with that, okay? So reclaim all of your power, the divine plan fulfilled, our destinies as one, okay? And it's not so much about killing the false ego self, it's about returning to the true self and alchemizing those ego distortions which have gold in them, the same as the shadow self. So it's all about merging shadow and light. It's not just aiming for the light, because believe me, if you just aim for the light, you neglect and suppress the shadow. The shadow has a lot of gold, like the anger, the frustration, it's all, as you purge it, as you can see now, like it clears so much in the field. As you just let it arise and clear, let it do its alchemical process so it can purge. If you keep suppressing it and telling yourself you shouldn't be angry, you shouldn't be frustrated, you shouldn't be XYZ, this is bullshit. Because it's just judgment and conditioning and freaking spiritual and religious beliefs telling you this. It's not that you stay there, it's that it has wisdom as you go into it and dig deep. That's the point. And you fully alchemize your shadow and your light. That's how you become whole. Not just one or the other. All of you is this. Everything you see, everything that triggers you. You are here to alchemize everything back to love, back to a higher perspective, consciousness, wisdom. Okay? So to come back to the group call will be very much about full self-empowerment, us co-creating. It's already online. Just multidimensional realities, okay, that are already here. New Earth, bringing this fully online, making fully tangible, physical, okay, visible, and it's here. I can feel it. I'm fully merging with that frequency. Merge with that frequency. I will share more so basically the group container of the Ascended Master classes, where there are 3 tiers, okay. And with the first tier, what you get is like 2 weekly exclusive group calls where we do very intense, focused group work, like I do within my Cosmic Ascension updates, Cosmic Energy updates, just that we exchange. There will be now Zoom calls. It's just more conducive for us to exchange. Like the last one was almost 5 hours. I'm not saying that each one will be like this because people will have trouble keeping up, quite frankly. And they're so powerful. And I know it took us like a couple of days to fully integrate that. Okay. And then, so tonight is another one in 1936 at 9:09 p.m. UK time. So about an hour from when you will see this. But you can always access the replay as well as the one from Sunday. They're filled with navigational tips, keys, codes for our ascension. They really help you accelerate your own ascension journey and pick up all the keys and codes you need for the new divine blueprint of the Christ as Saphira. Okay, the new androgynous blueprint of the cosmic Christ. And it will help you clear, heal, balance, harmonize, upgrade your field in a really, really, really powerful way. So tier 1 are 2 calls a week. Okay, exclusive with me, where you can ask me questions, interact, all of that stuff. It's like, you know, having group calls, but without the activations, unless something comes in. But it's more like just focused group work in a closed container. Okay. And you get 2 a week, so that's 8 a month. And that will be absolutely a minimum of 16, 20 hours a month that you will get in really highly coded information. And again, an ability to interact with me. Tier 2 is that, plus the about 3 open group calls and activations, like the ones I've been sharing before. So they're open to the public if you want to join, like the one on Saturday on the 9:09 about, you know, collapsing and co-creating quantum realities. So you will get this as well on top of the 2 hours. So it's very intensive work. All right. And that's for 144. And I have to say at this point, really, you need to look out there. Like any kind of healing session out there, but you know, like the 200 or 300 euros, like just for an hour, really, by most people offered. And me myself, I would charge around 144 to 200, maybe, not maybe 300. Find that a little bit steep for an hour, maybe. As well as I know that, for example, my private sessions, as well as these containers, are so much more worth than like 144 or 222 euros. Really, you get, I mean, yeah, they're so powerful. They really accelerate your consciousness expansion. So, tier 1, 2 exclusive group calls in an enclosed Ascension Masterclass container. Okay. Tier 2, that's for 77 euros and 70 cents. Tier 2 is that plus all of any of the open group calls and these really powerful activations, live activations supported by light language that I do and have offered. So minimum of 3 of them a month. We'll see how we fare. And again, I really doubt that we even make it to the last one. To the next one. I mean, it's hilarious because we're here now. All right. The divine masculine and feminine are fully unifying. In true divine love, they're fully aligned now. I can feel it. It's here now. We have freed the masculine mind, the freaking monkey mind, and we're home. We're returning home. Okay. Let's do this. We are the divine plan fulfilled. Now, tier 3 is all of what I mentioned before. So 2 weekly calls, plus any and all activations and group calls I do, plus bonuses. I always throw in bonuses, and like, you know, whatever comes up, because I really organically grow these things and constantly up level and shift and change depending on what's needed in the field. So tier 3 is that, plus a Discord chat room where you can ask me questions and interact with me on a daily basis. I'm not going to promise to check in every day, and we haven't really fully started yet, but we'll do tomorrow, because I'm transferring kind of my gray line container from Facebook Messenger group chat to that. And I'm also, it's more about focused project work, really new earth projects, any dreams, any visions, any experiences you had. Okay, so really much more focused. All right, in that regard. And this is all really around like the twin flames. So, okay, so that's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And again, the call on Saturday is part of all of this. Okay. So yes, these are monthly membership signups. But again, you can cancel them at any time. I know they're literally underpriced. At this point, I'm really asking myself, but I know I also really try to make this available for as many people as possible. And I'm, you know, I'm not a greedy person, as well as I know the worth of what I'm sharing is way beyond all of that. But yeah, again, those who get it, and we'll jump all in. And those who don't, just do other things, and it's all perfect. All right. So I wanted to just talk quickly about twin flames, and I'm going to finish this. So twin flames are really here to trigger each other's deep-seated traumas and wounds. So that's just what they do, because that's kind of where it started. Okay. And it's like, as much as they trigger and amplify the wounds and traumas, they also heal it. It's the same again. It's these opposites. It's the both, and it's a paradox what ultimately heals. Again, if you just strive for goodness, if you just strive for the light, you're neglecting your darkness, you're not acknowledging it, you're not really alchemizing your true, eternal, whole self, okay? And it's the same with that. It's like, yes, they trigger it, and I really like push all of your freaking buttons and bring everything unresolved up, as well as that is the whole point. Because it needs to come up and out. It needs to be triggered. The triggers are gifts. That's why I'm like, when I trigger you, you're welcome. This is your gift. The same as when I'm getting triggered. It's like, I embrace it. I know, I literally, in the worst moments, I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Although I might not enjoy it, like, you know, energetically in that now moment, because it's uncomfortable. I know it's for my greatest good, because as I get out the other side, it heals. And that's the whole point. So they're here to trigger as well as heal, because it's one and the same, each other's deepest wounds and traumas. And this is what heals it within the collective, because they carry the original divine blueprints for the new Christ as Saphira together, the masculine and feminine reunited as one. But it's like a multiplied multiplied template. So it's like, you know, what we had before, just because it's like before, we always had these differences within consciousness, frequency, bandwidths, dimensional realities, universes, and all of that, okay? What is here now, what I'm here holding as a blueprint, is a new divine organic creatrix field, which is merging, unifying all dimensions, all realities, all realms, all universes as one. Meta, antimatter is meta, and antimatter as antimatter, all unified as one, the Holy Trinity. This is what the divine masculine and feminine are doing, especially at dark matter Russia body level, which is the ascended master levels, where you merge that. And that's where, again, we have been clearing out, and especially the masculine has been clearing out a lot in the spiritual realms and the pre-matter layers and levels, whilst the feminine has been more active in the physical, as we are merging and integrating kind of the opposites and the polarities, okay? Because the feminine is usually more connected to our heart, our emotional body, to source, to the spiritual realms, but the masculine, like in a male body and a female body, where in a male body, you're usually more connected to the mental body, and it's harder to kind of like build your connection to source and to your heart, because of just all the conditioning. And I mean, there are many layers and levels to it. Okay, I hope this makes sense. And again, it's beyond the words I speak, because as soon as we use words, something gets lost. So the twins heal one another. And with it, the new divine origamic reunion blueprints, realities, new earth is coming fully online. That's what they carry, literally. They carry the source codes for our realities, for new earth within them. As they come together in true origamic union, it's all fully lit. And I've been speaking this for a while, and it's here now. It's here now. I can feel this with every fiber of my beingness. It's here. So happy rising. I can see the masculine fully rising. It's beautiful. So only when we feel safe can we truly open, or like open up our heart, okay, especially to our true beloveds and soul family and tribe. So that's the whole thing. Us now connecting with our soul families, tribes, true beloveds is us fully co-creating, igniting new earth. And that's the whole thing with like quantum realities. It's like, you know, if you have any ideas for new earth, whatever, it's like if you just do that first step, or maybe the next one, okay, you're fully igniting those realities quantum style. Really, you don't have to have it all figured out. I promise you, everything I do is like mostly half blind. It's like, do this, do that. And then it's like afterwards, this is why I did this. Okay, but you just need to trust your intuition, even if it doesn't make sense, especially when you go against any kind of programming of the old realities. That's kind of where the gold is, okay? So know that you hold the divine source codes for creation. You're here to reclaim reality, your lens, okay, the dream field. This is right now, again, it doesn't matter what you think you could create. If you can create a little thing, you can create a huge thing. It's just your imagination, perception of things, whether big or small, is harder or easier, that makes a difference. It's whether you believe it. Your belief system is your only limit, especially right now. Okay, and this is especially important coming into these sacred containers that I'm holding, for example, you know, one of many. But you really need to, you know that you can trust the person who's holding them, the people you're with. I mean, in the end, it's like really trust. Once you clear out everything that's false, all the falseness just falls away. You don't need to be afraid anymore to be connected to the wrong people, so to say, really. Because you're just a bullshit barometer. Because once you're in your true self, you can feel everybody lying, manipulating, not being their true self. It would just jar your field. You just can read people and energies, places, things. Very crystalline clear, especially now. So full crystal clear vision. If your eyes take some time to just, don't worry, okay, you don't have eye problems as such. Everything is being healed. Okay, any malaise, any illness, anything you have, okay, anything you want to change about yourself, again, I would, recommend small things, so to say, like getting rid of some lines or some stuff, okay, because you're ultimately shape-shifting. Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration, and that's what you really need to get back to. Everything. Now, again, we go deeper into all of this, especially in my Ascension masterclasses. They're super powerful, these calls. I can't even, because we share the soul consciousness field in a really, really big way. As well as the group call on Saturday, okay? If that's something you feel guided to. So again, the details are below in the description box, all right? And yeah, that's it. Really, we're done. We're here, we're home, okay? So come home all the way, back to true divine love, back to the real truth of who you really are. And I'm telling you, once you express yourself 111%, 222, whatever, 333% full divine truth, everything will align for you. And you will feel so much in love with yourself. And it doesn't matter what anyone says or thinks about you, you understand it really is just a reflection of what they still have to deal with themselves. Okay? And again, it doesn't mean that you can't have constructive criticism or improvement suggestions, so to say, okay? But it's like you can feel the energy where someone is coming from. Once you're in your true self, you can feel the energy. The same as some people misunderstand me being my ego self, or I don't know, whatever they think about me. It's down to each person's perception. And I can really feel today, it's just totally free of the false ego self, in total love bliss with the self. And it's really just all the way up. Okay, so full flight mode, lift off. All right, This is Ascension. Join me if you like to join the real party, okay? Because it's here now. And I know how to make a party happen. So if you feel guided to, the details are below in the description box. And yeah, you do need to put your money, you know, where your mouth is and where your intentions are and investment. It's monopoly money. You're living in a false reality. So if you're afraid of not having enough money, that will create realities where you don't have enough money. Again, I live from one moment to the next, and I've really mastered this, where I know when to kind of like, you know, save money, when to kind of maybe spend more money than I should, down to 3D programming and all of that stuff, in order to line myself with the realities I want to experience. There's a lot of alchemy behind that. And again, I will go more into this today in the exclusive group calls of the Ascended Masterclass container, okay? So join me if you like. Otherwise, I see you or I won't see you in a dream field on the call on Saturday, or around the campfire, like we're dancing now, okay? Dance, sing, speak, be as if nobody is watching, nobody is judging, because the only one who really cares is your false ego self. So let it all the way the fuck go. So much love, so many blessings, and I see you. Bye, bye, bye.